Very good, TP.
Mike, that's 3 of the last 4 at home that the Sixers have gone down here. Like, is there something that you can put your finger on at the moment that's the issue?
Well, I just think that probably think that we've been kind of fighting through some things here, right? We've been a little bit shorthanded. All those things sound like excuses, though, to me, to be honest with you, right? I don't put your finger on one thing, but, for a month we probably haven't had everybody together, right? Probably longer. And, I think the guys that are out there are really trying on some levels. It's gotten really hard on some levels to stay connected when adversity hits is a true testament to a team in those type of moments, and especially with a young group. And that's where you look to leadership and you look to some of your veterans and things like that. And, we've got a few guys out that aren't playing, and we've got some other guys that are playing. And it hasn't worked out real positive for us, right? So things have become a lot tougher. I do want to praise Isaac Humphries. I think he's been a rock for us. He says the right things, and he's played well. And it's been hard on the group, right? Because the group wants to win, but we're still figuring out how to win.
You talk about that connection. So what's the solution to that? How do you bring that connection to the group, especially now you'll get a few days off now with Christmas and families are here and everything like that. So it really rejuvenates players and that.
Yeah.
So
well, the adversity hits, right? How you handle adversity is a big testament in life, right? And you got to go through the hard times to get to the good times, right? Right now it happens to be a hard time for us, and it's been a hard time for us for a while. And how this group keeps just kind of coming back. We've had to have different lineups, different guys starting, moving some things around. We had some stability early in the year, playing guys major minutes and things like that. And, we've had to go different directions for a lot of different reasons. And then you're trying to mix and match some lineups and keep things going. So, our focus is always try to build the program that is a sustainable system. You've heard me say that before. You want to put your best players in a position to be successful. You want to put your role players to be in a position where they can assist and do the things that they do well. Those things have all kind of changed as guys have been in and out of the lineups, and I think you see, different things on the offense and defensive end that just don't look quite as organized or detailed as you want to. And then, unfortunately, I think teams are hitting some rhythm, and you give the Bullets all the credit, and you give Prather credit for what he got to, and you find his teammates that found him, and then you want your guys to respond in that situation and figure out how to handle that and put those things out, and we could not get that done.
We were speaking to Justin Schuller before about Casey Prather, and he's got a great record against Adelaide. Did you find it just so difficult to find a matchup to stop Prather playing the way that he was?
I give him all the credit in the world.
Go, Chris.
Mike, you've touched on it already, but I feel like the defensive end is where the focus will be. And right now, it looks like it's easy for teams to play against you right now. It looks like the Bullets are able to sort of get whatever they wanted offensively. How do you get the team to just buy in defensively to the point where you're making it difficult for opposition teams to play against you right now?
Yeah, I think that's the key to our team, right? And that manifests itself a lot of different ways at times, okay? So, there's just the basic defense of being able to get up and pressure the ball and how we're going to play pick and rolls in this league because there's so much shooting on the floor. And to be honest with you, how you handle physicality out on the perimeter, right? We show some of the things, and I'm going to start on the offensive end to answer your defensive question, okay? So our young players out there are handling physicality and then getting the ball into the front court, where then you have to organize your team to function at a really high level on the offensive end. Those have become some difficult things with us, just with some people out and some different lineups out there. But good shots and bad shots help you either set your defense or not set your defense, because, it's a make or a miss on offense. So, it affects us both ways right now. But our ability to be able to pressure the ball on defense and then be connected and have a presence around that has changed drastically here over the last month, right? So defense has always been something that we've been working on. It's been a work in progress. We talk about it every day. We're trying to focus on it because we know in the wins and the games that we've played well, that's been a key. We also know that your defense has got to be solid to win really big games, because your offense is going to kind of come and go. But, I don't really have the answer for you in this moment right now, obviously, because we just lost here at home. But it's always going to be a focus. It starts with our pressure on the ball and then being connected on the wings.
I mean, one obvious answer is that you're missing Sunday, because you're talking about pressure on the ball, and he's one of the best in the league at doing that. I mean, you don't want to make excuses like you said at the start, but at the same time, he changes your team completely defensively once he's out there. So he's the sort of guy that's impossible to replace.
Yeah, I will. Sunday's a true professional. We definitely feel his defensive presence when he's out there. I want to give the guys credit for trying. They're working hard. The results are not there yet, and that's also what happens with some young players on the perimeter. But it's not like there's a quit. It's just that it's not as connected and detailed and physical as we need it to be yet.
How do you keep the spirits up? It's an interesting time of the year because it's Christmas. Everybody wants to be with their families and around people that are special to them. But you're now on a losing streak. So how do you get the balance right between still staying positive in your life and enjoying what's going on around you, but getting focused on the job of trying to bounce back on Saturday? Man,
I don't know. I mean, we get to play basketball for a living. I don't think that there would be anything to ever be down in this business. I mean, this is like the greatest job in the world. These guys have the greatest life in the world. They get to come to work and play basketball. So I'm not really sure, what anybody would be down about, other than, man, we didn't play well. We need to play better. We get another chance to go at Bryce Cotton, and we got another home game. So I don't really know. If somebody's down, they may be, down because of the loss today. But, man, in 45 minutes, that thing should be gone, and we should be thinking about what we need to do next, because we get to play basketball.
Well, on the back of that, let's forget about basketball for a second. What is your first Christmas in Adelaide and in Australia look like tomorrow? What have you got planned?
Watching Perth.
I'm sure you're serious, but at the same time, do you let yourself enjoy anything? Do you switch off from basketball at least for an hour or two?
I don't know. We'll see, guys.
I think you're allowed to say that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. We'll see. Adelaide's been amazing. The weather's amazing here. This ownership group, management, the support. I've got a dream job, so we're thankful for a lot of things, and we'll take that into Christmas and the New Year, but we'll keep working to get this group better.
And just on Saturday against the Wildcats, DJ looks like he's set to return. Is that your understanding that he's a good chance to play?
To be honest with you, I let medical and those guys take care of that. I got to be honest with you. I've been focused on, this game and stuff, so I don't really know what the deal is.
No problem, Mike. Enjoy your Christmas
okay.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Jason.
Coach, Case reported that DJ is, in fact, due back this week with Sunday back the game after that. I mean, is that personnel? Is that the key here? Is that the way forward? Can we just rely on that to get things moving in the right direction? Well,
who reported that?
John Casey.
Okay. Well, he must know a lot more than me. So he must be a hell of a reporter. I don't know. I don't know about that stuff. But will it certainly can't hurt if you want me to answer the question. I mean, anytime that you would get your veteran leaders and, your presence and those guys being back in uniform, I mean, they're obviously on the bench. They're trying to help. But when they're in uniform and playing, there's a different presence out there. And it would be nice to have the full group together since, I don't know what it's been, 6 weeks, maybe 5 weeks. Since we've had the whole group. But no, would that be the answer in itself? Absolutely not. That'll take us getting down, actually doing some work and, starting on the defensive end and figuring out exactly what this group can do to defend and disrupt.
Thanks, Coach. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you.
All good?